Hello, I am super excited to be here today to talk about all the things that I learned during the last 5 months in the Leadership Academy. To do that, I'm going to talk about some information that I learned in one of my favorite TV shows, the Discovery Channel, How It's Made. This show presents information about everyday items and how they are manufactured. And I'm going to use that to talk about building future leaders. One of my favorite episodes was the one about manufacturing chocolate bars. And I found that chocolate bars and leaders do have some things in common. Chocolate bars have different ingredients, and one of them, the main one, is cocoa beans or cocoa bean paste, sugar, lecithin, and vanilla. Now, I also learned that leaders do have different areas or different ingredients as well, and they have areas of strength, they have areas that they navigate, and they have areas that they manage. Now, going back to the chocolate bar, I want to let you know that if you're trying to eat cocoa beans or cocoa bean paste by itself, it's not going to be a pleasant experience. Cocoa bean paste has a very strong flavor and it's very sour. That's why they add sugar and they add plenty of sugar. But we also know that chocolate bars are very, sensible to heat. Okay, so in order to allow the chocolate bar to have, some resistance to heat and remain in one shape, they add lecithin. And the other thing that they add is vanilla, and vanilla is used to sometimes mask the flavor or lack of flavor of the cocoa beans, since sometimes the cocoa beans don't have the best quality to produce the best chocolate. Experts in the field believe that those two last ingredients, lecithin and vanilla, need to be managed when creating high-end chocolate bars. They believe that those two might reduce the overall quality of the final products. As leaders, we have those areas that we consider natural talents. Those are the ones that we showcase. They appear even when we are not thinking about them. They are part of the DNA and they show up. They are what I call our cocoa beans. They just are there. We also have those areas that we navigate. They show up under certain circumstances, and they also part and they also bring some flavor to our leadership. And last but not least, we have those areas that we manage. We don't call them weaknesses. We want to make sure that we have them under control and that we bring them up so they don't block our path to be effective leaders. And here they are, my cocoa beans, uh, developer, also have connectedness, have empathy, and also I'm a learner, and I like interest. Be here in discussions and conversations. I also have the areas that I navigate, and they are my strategic thinking, my maximizer, focus, communication, competition, and discipline. Yeah, going back to my analogy to the candy bar, I just want to mention that these areas bring extra flavor to my leadership. They are not the main ingredients, but they are there, and they show up under certain circumstances, and they bring, that human factor into my leadership. And last but not least, we have those areas that we have to use a magnifying glass to find it in our DNA. My activator, significance, adaptability, command, and woo are there, but I have to really, really, really look hard to find it. As I said earlier, we don't want to call them weaknesses, but then we want to manage them so they don't block or they don't become obstacles in our path to becoming effective leaders. I want to say thank you to the Leadership Academy for all the knowledge that they have, made available to us, and all the things that I have learned about myself, about those areas that I want to showcase, about those areas I have to navigate, and those areas that I have to manage in order to be a better person and a better leader. Thank you so much.